right, we cleared this area. Let's go see. Okay, got it. Oh, that's what okay, so that's what I'm doing now is I'm reactivating the comms. Got it. Okay. I love it, Rachel. Yeah, Rip may say he only, sorry, I'm just going back up. Rip may say he only plays because his friends play. He likes it. But you know, when you love something, you love to hate on that thing. Well, not really. Crazy people do, and Rip is a little bit crazy. How are we doing the thing? It's Elden Ring weekend. You raise those kids right. Should turn on the lights if it gets dark. It is Elden Ring weekend. Unfortunately, I'm just not. It's not for me. I wish it was. It legit breaks my heart that it's not. Hit the wrong button. Try and throw a grenade. Okay. All right, this isn't working the way I wanted it to. What? Get off me! Of course. What's that? Is that better than what I have? What are all these upgrades? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, I have so many! See, that's what I get for not paying attention. All games are affected. Fact. Oh, that's it? Okay. All right, we definitely got a better shield. So let's see if there's any... Oh, even that green shield is better. Like, all across the board. So we're just going to put that joker on. Kind of like the shock resistance. That's actually pretty good. Like, I feel like the shock resistance offsets the recharge rate because shock is what hits your shield. So we're going to put that on, actually. All right, let's let it charge up. Yes, it is, for sure. I really wanted to love it, zombie. Oh, I really wanted to love it. You know, we'll see kind of how it all shapes up. I hope it does well because, like I said, I love From Software. I'm all about supporting devs' visions and you know, getting to do whatever they want to do. I hope it does well. I have a feeling it will not. Like, and that's the thing, like, I have to keep it in check, right? Because you got to think, like, Switch 2 comes out this week, and a lot of people are going to be all over that. And I think that's going to take over the internet when it comes out. So, you know, Elden Ring will have its week. There will be a few people that still play it, the die-hard people that love it and are doing really well with it. But I think the vast majority of people will probably not make it past this first week. I'm in! Fine. Well, you go anyway. Mario Kart, well, exactly. Like, that's going to be... And to be fair, it's going to be really hard for me to watch everybody else play the Switch 2 and me not included. But I made a conscious decision. I am well aware of the decision that I made. And I chose, honestly, I chose a new camera over the Switch 2. Just because, you know, I definitely want a Switch 2, for the record. I'm not saying that. I just don't want one right now. Like, Mario Kart World looks great. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But I'm going to wait probably closer to the holidays because when Pokemon comes out, I really, really, really hope that they come out with like a limited edition Pokemon. They normally do, right? Like, there's all kinds of limited editions for... What is this? Oh, I need to go do this. Oh, man, I just jumped down. Okay, fine. There's all kinds of limited editions for the Switch 1. And I feel like the Switch 2 will be similar. I hope it is because, like I said, I really want a Pokemon version of the Switch 2. And when that happens, I'm getting it. I'm buying it. I'm doing the thing for sure. Pokemon is coming out in August. Okay, well, yeah. But like I said, regardless, if they come out with a Pokemon-themed Switch 2, I'm buying it. I do not care. It can be a Christmas gift. I do not care. I want it so badly. But the problem with that, the joys of being a streamer, folks, is now I gotta get a capture card. You can't just plug the Switch in, so I have to get a capture card. It's always Okay. We're doing much better. October. Okay. What? Bro, how do you get August from October? You're like months away. There's a Pokemon stream in July. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's a Guardian. Yeah, I would definitely be watching that. We might actually watch it together. If we wanna watch it together as a community, I can stream it. What? You all just have to let me know. Like, Pokemon means a lot to me. Like, Pokemon got me through some pretty dark times as a kid. So you know, we talk about a lot on the channel how like certain video games you have like emotional attachment to. Pokemon is definitely one for me. I have an emotional attachment to Pokemon. Eat grenade! What? Come on. You know you were dead. Try this. Woo! There we go. Nice! We did the thing! Thought I saw something for August budgets. Okay. Well, thank you for verifying. I appreciate that. We might watch it together. We'll see. Like I said, if there's enough, I mean, if there's like 3 people that want to watch it together, then we'll do it together. Whew. All right, I gotta let my shield do its thing. Didn't even see him up there. Yeah, I haven't. I need to, though. I need to. And I'm sure they'll come out with like a better version to switch to. Okay. Making our way back over here. I know. It's pretty intense, MrJeriKu. One second, folks. 1 second. There we go. There we go. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Nothing over there. One? Oh, no, I'm up. How do I get over there? Oh, the big door. Got it. You said, oh. Pff. There we go. We did the thing. It looked great. Is that so? Like, is Arceus? Is that the reason why there was such an issue with Power World? Was it like super similar to Power World, which is why they struck that down? Because I didn't play it. At that point, I didn't have a Switch. So once again, yeah, I've talked about this on stream quite a bit. I'm the type of person where, like, if something in my house goes unused for like 3 to 6 months, it's sold. But I just don't keep stuff, right? I am the complete opposite of a hoarder. I'm like the worst collector. I do collect statues, like video game statues, specifically from like limited edition games. I love that. But other than that, I really don't do it. I really don't. I just don't keep anything. Let's see what we got. Bouncing Betties. Transfusion. Might keep that. I like have no solid way of recovering health. Anyway, so if it goes completely unused, it usually gets sold. That's just kind of where I'm at. So that's what happened with the Switch 1, is I didn't touch it for like a year. I held on to it like to my maximum limit, and finally I decided to sell it. And I actually sold it to get... Oh, I remember what I sold it to get. I sold it to get an Xbox Series X. And that was a good decision. I mean, in my opinion, that was a good decision. Because I had, at that time, we had 2 PlayStation 5s, right? We had a PlayStation 5 physical and a PlayStation 5 digital. And then we had a Switch that wasn't being used. And I was really kind of this is like towards the start of the generation. I was really kind of watching like what was happening with Xbox. And I had some bad situations happen with the PlayStation. So I was like, you know what? Let's just kind of keep a close eye on what Microsoft's doing. And everything they were doing was like aligned with what I believe, you know. One second. I think it's good. So everything they were doing was aligning with what I wanted, right? Come on. There we go. Seriously. Where are you? Oh, you want to go up there where I can't hit you? Fine, whatever. So I ended up selling the Switch because it wasn't being used to get an Xbox Series X, sorry. And that started a chain of events I had no clue was what was going to happen next. So from that Xbox, I decided I can have one subscription and play all these games. So then we got an Xbox Series S. And then we were, like, my family was invested at that point. We had Game Pass, we had all these games we were playing. Both PlayStations just kind of sat there for a hot minute. So I'm like, you know what? Let's sell a PlayStation. So we sold one of the PlayStations. It was MrJeriKu's actually that we ended up selling. So we sold hers. So then we had an Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and a PlayStation physical. And then the stupid controller broke again. I had a lot of issues with the controllers for the DualSense, and I take really good care of my stuff. Like this wasn't like a MrJeriKu thing. This was like a poor design thing. And every time I had to replace those controllers, it was like $30 out of pocket to get it repaired within the first year of the PlayStation 5, mind you. I mean, they were all under warranty, and they just kept breaking. Anyway, so we sold the PlayStation 5, and then we got a Quest 3. So then we started playing the Quest 3. And so now in the house we have Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and a Quest 3. So that's kind of what we're doing, right? So this is where we're at. So then
take the bitch down.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. So then, hold on. There we go. So we have the Xbox Series, we have the Quest 3. Okay. Anyway, so then I'm like, you know what? I really want a Steam Deck. Like, I was watching the Steam Deck, and they just announced the OLED. They just announced the OLED. I don't know how you did it, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want this. So I kind of made a decision it was within the return period of the Quest 3. Like, this all happened within like 30 days. So I decided to return the Quest 3 and use that money to get a Steam Deck. So now we have an Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and a Steam Deck. So I log into Steam and I have this massive backlog. And then my brain starts going like this. It's like, okay, you have a Steam Deck and you have a Game Pass, and Game Pass works on PC. So maybe you should just build a PC. So that's what I did. I built a PC. So now we have the Steam Deck, the PC, the Xbox Series X, and the Xbox Series S. And to me, it's perfect. Like, I love my Steam Deck for indies. I love Game Pass for most of the games, which, you know, a lot of the games I stream is on Game Pass. So yeah, that's kind of been the journey over the past couple of years. And it all started from selling I'm selling the Switch. I forgot how I even got on this subject, but yeah, that's where it started. Hello, Mistress. Awesome stream last night, but let's give Mist a shout out in chat. I love watching him play. I love watching. He makes me feel so inferior on my Phasmophobia skills for sure. I'm just going back and reading the chat after my second soapbox of the day. Yeah, you're right, Plem. I have thought about selling you a couple times, but I feel like if I listed you for sale, people would charge me to take you. If I didn't pay somebody to take you, then I probably would get stuck with like a lot of returns. So, you know, you got to think about like, you know, is it worth it? You watching the Night Rain video? Oh, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the content. Ah, I hit the same darn button. I always do that. Ow. It was very stressful. Like, Alpha, you can watch the stress accrue over the stream. It's so bad. It's so bad. I should have got a vehicle. I'm well aware of that. Don't call it out. Don't call it out. I know. I should have got a vehicle. It's fine. But yeah. You can watch my like whole demeanor slowly change. So I really wanted to love it, folks. I really, really wanted to love Night Rain. And it just wasn't in the cards for me. Catch a ride, catch a ride. Of course, Mist. Of course, bud. All right, where are we going now? Wait, where am I supposed to go? I've already been here. So, this off. Let's go to a new U, because I have a feeling this is taking me around my elbow to get to my back.
Let's get out of here.
Whee! Hold on, it's over here, right? Yeah. Let's put a marker. We're jamming out to some classic rock today on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, that's perfectly fine. I hope you're enjoying the content. But we do have some music playing on Twitch to honor Borderlands. Not to mention, because Borderlands, like the first game doesn't really have much music unless you're in a boss room. So I went back and I watch every one of my streams. I go back and I rewatch it and I take notes of like things I want to change or what went wrong or what I can do to make it better next time. And so when I was watching the last Borderlands stream, like this was the thing. It was like, okay, we need something happening for the majority of it because there's just so much dead air. You love Blackout style gameplay, but I definitely think it pushes the team to work together to be coordinated very quickly, which is very hard. It is very hard. Because it doesn't help that the map terrain is just, like if you're looking at the map, it's really hard to tell what's in between you and that thing. Very difficult to tell. And so what we were running into is you'll see it several times, is I would say, all right, let's go over here, and we'd start making our way over there. We'd not realizing there's a cliff in the middle of us, and we missed the bird thing to jump, so now we're stuck in this storm. It was just recounting the events is stressful. Get up, jump, what are you doing? There we go. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay! I'm just gonna stick with this AR. It's very good. Every time I pull out the SMG, because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, because look, I'll tell you all why I'm trying to use the SMG. Because this thing right here, 48% SMG damage. But it's just, I need a better SMG. I think that's the problem. That's fine. It's fine. Nice. nice. You need a better character? No. I mean, to be fair, I remember Lilith being more fun. So I feel like I'm either playing her wrong or something else is going on. But it's like I've said all along, like when we talk about Borderlands, right? Like Borderlands 1, this game here, this game is more about the guns than it is about the characters, right? And that's partially why I want to choose Lilith, because like Lilith is a essential character across all the games, right? But you don't really play the class in this one, you play the guns. And then in Borderlands 2, that began to change. It became more about the characters and the skills and then the guns. And it's been like that ever since. But in this game, it is all about the guns, for sure. Mordecai's my favorite character. Belt. Respect. A lot of people it is. A lot of people it is.